Today's news, AI news. As you see, I generated with my research from Grok. I took it here to Claude AI and did finalize the research and created here our short AI news. Here you can see an AI model finds security vulnerabilities that hackers missed for 27 years. There were no hints and no second try, and they name it 0 day. 0 day because it's the first attempt finding them. Today, there are 5 stories. It's like the number one revenue killer of OpenAI, which they hate. And this is a fact which I like because this sounds very great that the technology is evolving and that is not only OpenAI, I would say the monopolists of the game. So you can see here in the first segment, we see Anthropic released Claude Mythos preview. I never used it, but what they say is it can autonomously find thousands of unknown 0 day vulnerabilities in Windows, Mac OS, Chrome, Firefox, and many more things. 0 day, as I said before, is because nobody knew that they existed. Even the people who worked on it and the people who tested it. 83% working exploit on the first try. That's crazy. 27 years old bug found in OpenBSD. And there are too many things which you can look here. That chain takes down both to the browser and the operating system simultaneously. Of course, why I never used it, this model is not public. It is released for preview, but is only for selected people and selected companies. It's like, as they say, it's a project Glasswing. It's quiet and is, as they say, a partner program, as they written it here. The big player are getting into this program, like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Cisco. They get, of course, early access, and many more big software companies like that. And here they will patch it, they will work on it, they will together work on a solution for themselves. The defenders patch first. That means they work together on the solution with Anthropic, but they will also use the solution for themselves. And then, if this is safe enough, then they release it again. So then the other companies, the smaller ones, also can access to the release. But first of all, the big player are doing it. So yeah, same model that secures systems today in wrong hands could break everything. So that's why they said officially they will only give it to the selected people, to the selected partner to work on it before giving it completely to all other hands, because then it could rip many things and many industries right now. And it is difficult, and I would say not only difficult, it would be very dangerous nowadays to release something without giving it in good hands. So yeah, here I would say Anthropic overtakes OpenAI. But so you see, January 2025, Anthropic was at 1 billion annual revenue. And you see, now the annual revenue is 30 billion for Anthropic. And for OpenAI, it's now 24 billion. And you see, of course, it is from April, but you imagine you ever heard about Anthropic? I don't know, 5 years ago, 4 years ago? I mean, OpenAI is longer there. They started with most of the things. Then step by step, other companies came in, and now Anthropic is getting better and better and took the race, and it's now ahead from OpenAI. Let's see what will happen in future, but this is only about now Anthropic and Claude Mythos. And you will also see and learn more about yeah, the new models and the news about them. So yeah, there is over 1,000 enterprise customers paying 1 million plus per year. It's like not startups. They use Claude into their main and core operations. I never knew that they pay 1 million plus. It's huge. Yeah, I'm only paying 200 per month and having my team doing same things. But 1 million is I would say a huge step. So also there's no viral consumer product, no ChatGPT moment. It's like we have only the APIs of enterprise. There's some reliability, compliance, data security. Yeah, this strategy is now winning and not the viral consumer product. Of course, actually we have no one. So here you see they spent 4 times less on training than OpenAI. So of course, no, no one knows if they do this year IPO, but the news say IPO rumors could be October 2026. But here is one thing very important to know. You heard about DeepSeek. DeepSeek also had less spending on training. I guess it was more, 10 or 100 times even more with DeepSeek. But here in this case, it is still very amazing to see that Anthropic could pay 4 times less on training the things than OpenAI. Now to segment 3. You see new models. What we have is since some weeks, Claude Opus 4.7, and you see also GPT-5.5 Instant, DeepSeek for V4, and Gemini 3.1 Ultra. Yeah, and about the new models, as I said, there are new models aside. And starting with Opus 4.7 is in general available, has better vision, stronger coding, long context agents, and code designed for prototypes and slides. We have also GPT 5.5 Instant is a new GPT default feature since April 23. And OpenAI also launched a deployment company, DeepSeek V4, 284 billion parameters. It has a MIT license and is open source. You would normally consume tokens on electricity, 14 cents per million tokens, which is very, very compared to Claude or OpenAI with ChatGPT. You would normally pay for new models 5 or 25 per million per tokens. You see 1 million context. That's the same what Claude Opus has now. And you could also do self-hosting, which is very easily made now, because earlier at that stage you could not even think about hosting, or yeah, I would say hosting a 4 or 8 or 20 billion parameter model, but now you could easily self-host a 284 billion parameter. It's crazy how fast it evolves and how efficiently this model is. And then we have the Gemini 3.1 Ultra, which has also even more token context. Here it is 2 million. And you see text plus images plus audio plus video natively. It can also translate videos from YouTube. You can copy it and it can translate through image, audio, and video, which is very crazy. And it is, of course, accurate, but not the accurate, like 100%, 100%. No mistakes. It still do some mistakes, but it is at least 80% of it safe and right. Now to the next segment. You see here Voice AI Revolution. OpenAI shipped 3 new API products on May 7th. You see GPT Real-Time 2. It's very, very, very good in reasoning. It has a millisecond latency, and I can say this is very good. Very, very good because of my other company, Voice Agents. This is very huge because latency. You have a new release, GPT Real-Time 2. Good on reasoning, and as I said earlier, milliseconds in latency. I can say that because I have more companies, and one of these companies is selling voice agent systems. And it matters. The latency matters on how fast the model reacts, how it waits or makes breaks. when it translates the information and data from the client who's he talking to. And also it shipped a new thing. It is GPT real-time translate. It is crazy, 17 language in 13 out, and it has live multilingual support without human translators. Then you see GPT real-time whisper, which is very good for live speech input as an API. And to be honest, this could be a very expensive Jarvis, but if you could use the Whisper models locally on VPS, you could have your own Jarvis. Maybe I will do it in the next months. If you say in the comments you would like to see it, I would do it in the next months or weeks. I would build my own Jarvis, looking on which Whisper models or which transcriber and which automations I will build to have in Jarvis all time on my phone, on my laptop, without putting any notes, just having a code or buzzword or coming near to my desktop or coming near to my screen, when it may answer or help me and is connected to all my projects, to all my companies. That's if you want to see exactly this, then write exactly this what I said. If you wish, you can maybe add some things to it, and I will look if it makes sense, and then I will add all the functions. So yeah, all in all, for segment 4, you see use case international business meetings with live translation. This is what Google already have, but now you see all other companies work on that, and it is only today one API call away. Now we see the segment 5. Coding tools and agents. Windsurf 2.0 is very strongly and very good. Got some updates the last weeks. You see they work for SWE 1.5 model, which is quite fast, 950 tokens per second. It is 13 times faster than Claude Sonnet 4.5. It was quite fast. Okay, Sonnet 4.6 is faster, but it is quite fast. And there's in parallel multi-agent sessions, an arena mode and an plan mode, which is quite good. Then you have a Claude Code. Already, it's then you have Claude Code. As always, I have every week potentially an update, and this time in Claude Code it has an update with Opus and some plugins. Now you can also run it on Windows without Git Bash in the PowerShell. You can also now install the plugins via URL. It's not from yesterday, but it is actually up to date from this month. What you also can do is post tool use. You have hooks for all the tools, like if you want to run them with a backslash. Now it's easier to get all the tools, but also to use them precisely that way. When you updates with a Perplexity Comet browser, you have they have a Amazon hearing today because they said they have unauthorized purchase made by an AI browser, and this is a legal challenge. It is against Agentic browser tech. They don't want it, the Amazon, because there's some legal things and some gray zones, and I think or I believe then Amazon will do it on their own, and they don't like that companies like Perplexity do things like that. So yeah, legal landscape for autonomous AI agents is like completely uncharted. It is like some years or longer ago when it came to Bitcoin or crypto coins in general. It is still a bit uncharted. So yeah, this is a case I would say for the starting gun for AI legal business battles. If you want to know also more about this, let me know. Then write this part, and then I will go deeper in the AI legal battle. I would do some, I would say, split it in many parts, this topic. So yeah, all in all, Claude Mythos exists already. Of course, it's fully internal for the company and for the partners. So first, it is no public release, no partner preview for us, no announcement for it. and also for the new model of it. So what can be even more powerful than Mythos preview actually do? Like when we say it already exists, the more powerful model, and they will bring it outside step by step for us. So, I mean, we never saw the model Mythos preview, but what we heard and the financial numbers are, yeah, telling the truth about it. So, in this part, what can it that they have still something which is powerful than Mythos preview. So what could it do? And when does Anthropic decide the world is ready for the Mythos preview and the next model and the model above it? So yeah, all in all, this was here the Claude Mythos, the news about it, and some other news which are also important for the AI revolution models. And as you see, because I did my research, with Grok, I had some automations, and then it went to Claude and it finished me something, and then I wanted it here to find it in the Claude UI because it works and looks more beautiful for the eye here. But if you in general want to know more about direct news from Anthropic, then you could also ask. What I did was connecting Grok, but you could also read this part or let the AI is doing it and automating this part. And then you can also say, I want to target in general all the news from Anthropic, and you will get it. It will scrape it for you. Or you can also get some news from a newsletter, but all in all, you need in any case to connect it with your AI or LLM, because everything you will connect. You can also use it manually with the automation, like semi-automated or fully automated for triggering at a convenient time. Um, these are named for sure routines, and these routines are possible, and you can even do that. That's what I wanted to say. So if you want to know also more about this, I can show it to you. I will also do in the next week a live LinkedIn event, which should be very well, because I will show some email automations and how to build them and finish it. If you want to know how to do it with Cloud Code and some AI models, then just visit that. I also have, many partnerships and companies where we also offer an English workshops here in Cyprus in person. But as I mentioned, we also do services for AI with AI, like AI voice agents and complete platforms and softwares. With another project, I will do also some automations, and especially with special partnership, I do educational things like courses and masterminds, also German community. And yeah, this is all in all what you need to know. I have, of course, more projects, but I believe these were the most important for you to know. If you want to know more about this topic or different special topic, write me privately. And under this video, you can click on the link to join one of my calendar appointment so that you can meet me, ask me about anything, or if you are ready for collaboration. If you want that my dev team develops for you software, or if you want help with using Claude or software developing, let me know. I have a team for both of the parts, and I've already developed most of the things, and I also use sometimes wipe coding like Claude Code, as you see in the background. So all in all, thank you for your time, and see you in the next video.